Hello, I'm going good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Could you introduce yourself?
So, my name is Clement Escoffier. I'm working at Red Hat as a chief architect around the reactive topics, so orchestrating and looking at everything related to reactive. Before that, I had a set of different lives. I'm a former academic. I had also management position. I've been developers. So yeah, many different um, works and positions. So I'm a long-time open source developer. I've started with the Apache Software Foundation, mainly around Apache Felix. More recently, I'm involved in Eclipse Vert.x and Eclipse Microprofile. But in between, I did a lot of different smaller projects and foundations.
Let's talk about your session. What do you want to say to the participants of your session?
So my session is about reactive, but reactive is a very overloaded world. I would even say that reactive is a mess. Nobody really understands what means reactive. So in the session, we're going to demystify what's behind reactive and what it means for you, for your code, for your applications, how you can benefit from reactive, and is it interesting for you today? So we are going to go through a set of examples, explain why reactive is a next step in the software evolution, and why it's absolutely not new and everything around reactive comes from the 60s or 70s. Because while in computer science, we just change the words, but it's always the same thing. So it's exactly the same for reactive. Most of the content comes from the very long time, but the recent advancement in terms of CPU and operating systems, such as CPU cores, make it much more relevant today. So reactive is really changing how we develop systems. And if you want to know more about how it impacts you in your daily life, then just join the session.
So you will give a workshop in Java Day Istanbul. Which abilities will be gained by the participants?
So the workshop is also about reactive. It's a workshop to learn how to use reactive extension for Java version 2. So if you've never heard about reactive or have seen how reactive code works, then just this workshop is exactly what we are going to learn together. This workshop is not only about using reactive extension for Java, so React Java, it's also give you all the good practice and explain the pitfalls when you are developing a reactive API. So imagine that you have an API and you want to expose a reactive facet to that, to let reactive application consume it, then there is many things you need to take into account. And in this workshop, we are going to also see this. It's a self-paced workshop. So even if you have no experience in React Java 2, you can come. If you have done it a little bit, you can also come. I'm sure you are going to learn a few things. And yeah, so you don't need anything, just your IDE, Java 8 installed, and Maven support inside your IDE, but today everybody is that. Nothing else is required.
Thank you for your time. We are excited to see you in Java Day Istanbul.
Thank you. See you in a few days.